Impact segment tonight. Let's get right to a reaction to the talking points memo on Sandra Fluck. Joining us from Fort Worth, Texas, Janine Turner, who writes commentary on her website, JanineTurner.com. And from Los Angeles, Leslie Marshall, Fox News contributor. You know what I don't understand, Leslie, and maybe you can explain this to me? The sense of entitlement that Sandra Fluck has. You have a young woman, Georgetown Law School, very expensive place. She's going to be, successful if she works hard in the marketplace. And then she's standing there telling Americans, you know what, you got to help me out here. You got to pay for my social activities. And I just think the sense of entitlement is outrageous. Where am I going wrong?
Well, the way she presented it, I wouldn't disagree, does come off a bit that way. But where you're going wrong, Bill, is this. This is not about sex. This is not about morality. It's not even 100% about women's rights. This is about money, the bottom line, and cost. It is cheaper to pay for prevention than it is to pay for pregnancy after the fact. Unwanted pregnancies, foster care system, welfare, WICA.
And I'm not going to argue that point because it absolutely has validity. And this may shock you, Leslie, but you're not saying something that's wrong. But here's where you're going wrong, all right?
Okay.
Planned Parenthood gives out this stuff, and there are a lot of other clinics that give it out. If all the progressives in America feel so strongly about this, fund those places so that Sandra can take the T in Washington, the Metro, go down to Planned Parenthood, put out her little hands, and they'll dump a bunch of pills in it every month, or whatever she needs. I don't want to be involved in that. Catholic Church doesn't want to be involved with that, okay? So if it is that mandated, that this is what the progressive community feels is best for society, that we eliminate unwanted pregnancies and abortions that go along with it, I'm with you 100%. Do it privately. You have the apparatus set up already. Do it there. Go.
Well, but there's also racial disparity when it comes to out-of-wedlock pregnancies, Bill.
Are you telling me that if you're an African-American or minority, you can't get down to Planned Parenthood? Is there some reason you can't go?
No. Well, Bill, if some guys on the right that I know have their way, Planned Parenthood would have no funding for these birth control services.
Don't divert some guys on the right, some phantom people that you want them. Leslie, you know I'm right. You know I'm making sense. If this is a social problem in the progressive community, fund it privately. Open your clinics and give Sandra Fluck and everybody else as many pills as they want. All right, Janine, what do you say? Go ahead.
Well, okay, I think a lot of things. First of all, I think that the liberals have spun this whole issue in its way. They've taken it from the usurpation of the government into religious liberty, the sacred space of religious liberty, which is where this all started, and they've successfully taken this to contraception. And, I think the liberals are like kidnappers, the way the kidnapper kind of seduces a child, like, here, would you like a little bit of candy? And we've become this entitlement society, and the sacrifice is liberty. And, Patrick Henry used to say, give me liberty or give me death. And what I think is really dangerous about in this country, when there's bigger picture here, is that we're becoming give me liberty and give me, give me. And our country was built with our hands at work, not with our hands out.
Well, look, I mean, you have a sense in this country, and there's a lot of people, because President Obama, he may be reelected. I mean, this is not, everybody thinking that the Obama administration and Sandra Fluck are crazy. We got whole television networks that are cheering them on. But the sense of entitlement, I don't understand, because I wasn't raised that way, all right? I don't understand the sense of entitlement. Like, okay, I have a social life, people. I have a social life, people. And I want you to pay for it, okay? I'm going, what? Well, I went to college. I didn't have any money, Sandra. I didn't have any money, okay? Somehow I got by. Somehow I painted houses so I could buy whatever I had to buy. But not for Sandra. No, she wants it covered by the government. And this is driving me crazy, Janine. How did that happen?
Me too. I don't know, but I think it's very, very, very dangerous. Give me liberty and give me, give me. And here's the catch. We can't. We can't have liberty and give me, give me. And, 50% of society now thinks that's an okay thing. Obviously, we have a $16 trillion debt. If we doubled it to 32, maybe we could do it. All right, so, Janine, I think you see the point here. We're not trying to put anybody down or ruin Sandra's social life. All right? We're just saying this is crazy, out of proportion. Leave American taxpayers alone and spend their money on important things that are vital to the nation. Go. Yes, we're not feeling anti-government. No, we don't feel anti-women. It's anti-government.
Go ahead, Leslie.
Okay.
I just say, Bill, do we want to pay now or do we want to pay later? That's the reality, and it's going to cost us more later.
So now you're falling back on the cliche that I just destroyed by having
No,
you set
you
up
did not.
by
You did
having
not.
you set up a private apparatus where you have clinics. You already have them, Planned Parenthood, and you just blew that off and go back to your cliche that if we don't pay for people's birth control, they're going to be babies all over the place. And I just told you, you don't have to do it that way. Provide privately what you're saying, and you just blow it off. Leslie.
Well, there are many of us, myself included, that do write checks to organizations that help people on a private level. But I do think that as a society, it's our responsibility to look at the best interest of health. And that's why I'd add condoms to this bill, because then we could reduce sexually transmitted diseases such as HIV, the virus that causes AIDS.
No, I want to be fair to men. Let's add condoms, and then let's add Club Med vacations, because they get, you got the pills and the condom. You got to get them together. So let's get that in there. And how about cruise ships? Got to go for the cruise ships, the single cruise ships.
Yeah, Bill,
How about the law student cruise ships? Let's have an organization that have Carnival Cruise Line. We'll pay for it. Because what good are the condoms and the pills if you don't have the people coming together? Come on, you got to do it.
That's the whole point. If the
Insane.
government can do this, where can the government stop?
Now.
We have over 300
no
million people. Over 300 million people. I don't think we have a problem getting them together, guys.
Okay, Leslie. But we should have it. It's too much of a burden to do this. We don't have enough money. Let's do it from the government point of view. All right, ladies, thank you. Directly ahead, Wealthy America.